Shalom, shalom, Israel.
Shalom.
We are the brothers from the GMS Arizona camp, coming back at y'all with Lord's will, another edifying lesson. First and foremost, as always, before we start, we'd like to give all praise, honor, and infinite glory unto
Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rachakwadash.
Double honors to the elder apostles of Great Millstone, our teachers. Shalom to you, brothers, pushing and teaching this truth across the four winds of this earth. And as always, peace, blessings, and many salutations be to you, sincere Akim wa Akwa tuning in.
Khan, the water boy, Shalom. So you Akim, you Akwa, you brothers, and you few sisters who subscribe to this doctrine that was given through the Spirit and power, Yahweh Bashem El Shai, to our beloved elder apostles, the elder bishops and elders and Akim that are pushing this gospel and truth and sincerity today. Peace, blessings, and salutations be unto you and your households. Lord will, it is edifying lesson. Lord will, it is, straight to the point.
That's right.
I'm the brother Quanta Wath, man, and on my right, I got the brother
Yowana.
Man, again, Lord will, this is the edifying lesson. This is going to be like a two-part series, right, called The Gathering. Really, because that gathering, is really taking place in two different parts, right? The first part being that spiritual gathering, and then the second part being the physical gathering, which that physical gathering is going to be the deliverance. And if we can start with that in Matthew the 24th chapter, just to quickly touch on, what that physical gathering is, ultimately going to be. Go ahead.
Khan, this is the book of St. Matthew, chapter 24, and verse 29. It reads, immediately after the tribulation of those days shall the sun be darkened, and the moon shall not give her light, and the stars shall fall from heaven, and the powers of the heavens shall be shaken.
That's right.
And then shall appear the sign of the Son of Man in heaven.
Right, which is talking about Yahweh Shai, which we read in Revelation, the 19th chapter, 2nd Esdras, the 13th chapter, right? Yahweh Shai cracking the sky and doing exactly, as, we're reading right now, him delivering the elect, right? As well as bringing that destruction, right? Really upon the world, but mainly here in America. Go ahead.
It reads, and then shall all the tribes of the earth mourn, and they shall see the Son of Man coming in the clouds of heaven with power and great glory. And he shall send his angels with a great sound of a trumpet, and they shall gather together his elect from the four winds, from one end of heaven to the other.
Right, so Yahweh Shai is coming to gather the elect, right? This is that physical gathering, which is soon to take place. But see, we're in the point where that spiritual gathering is happening before, right? Again, that physical gathering, right? Again, that gathering is really a two-part thing, right? The spiritual gathering is Yahweh Bashem El Shai really activating and waking up the elect, right? To this knowledge, to this gospel, to this good news in a sense, right? Because that's what gospel means, man. It's good news. Go ahead, brother.
God, this is Isaiah chapter 10 and verse 21. It reads, the remnant shall return, even the remnant of Jacob, unto the mighty power. For though thy people Israel be as the sand of the sea, yet a remnant of them shall return.
Right, and that return, right, is in order to return to something, you had to have been there before.
Exactly.
Right? And that's exactly what, is taking place, is the Israelites, right, are being, right, really beginning with the elect of the nation of Israel, right, which is you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, right, the elect of the nation of Israel, right, is being activated, waking up, right, returning, right, from, their wickedness, right, following in the ways of the world, and again, turning to Yahweh Bashem El Shai.
That's right.
Was that it on that? You have more?
Yeah, that was it. I just had that quick definition of return.
Go ahead, bro.
On the online etymology, it says to come back. Like you were saying, just backing you up on that point.
Again, right? To come back, right? And again, this gathering that's taking place, right, is exactly that, a spiritual gathering, which, hey, this world, right? When you see these men, coming together from, we're talking about all over the world, man. As we're gonna grab in Baruch, if we could.
Yep. I got you.
We see men coming together, right? They speak the same thing, have never met each other.
Right.
They never, had conversations and say, hey, this is what we're gonna talk about today, or this is what we're gonna. No, man. You got men saying the exact same thing. They never met each other, and there are two different places in the world, and they're saying the exact same thing. Right? These people are thinking, oh no, this is just some kind of cult, or no, this is a spiritual gathering that's taking place, man.
Yeah, that's right.
And these people in the world, they can't receive that, nor understand it. We'll go ahead and grab that book show.
Khan, this is Baruch chapter 4 and verse 36. And it reads, O Jerusalem, look about thee toward the east, and behold the joy that cometh unto thee from the Most High. You know, and it really, what's that joy, man? The understanding that we've been given of these scriptures, man, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shema Shah. You know, really is joy because, you know, that's really going into the honey, like John, John in the book of Revelation talked about, right? The word, you know, when he ate it, it was as sweet as honey, right? Because now we understand that we are the Israelites, man. You know, some Christian theologians and whatnot say the Israelites were done away with. They don't exist no more. No, they're still here. Okay, because it's part of biblical prophecy that in the last days they will gather together. Okay, and as it goes on to say,
let's actually go ahead and grab to back that up, Jeremiah 15 and 16.
Khan.
You know, if we can, right? Because even Jeremiah, right? He made mention of that, right? Having joy, right? Understanding, you know, or receiving the understanding of the scriptures, man. Go ahead.
Wow, yeah, that's as far. I haven't brought this out in a while.
That's right, bro.
Jeremiah 15 and 16. Thy words were found, and I did eat them.
Well, see, guess what, man? Well, now we're being returned back to our heritage. It's like we're finding something new, but really, this is something that, you know, we've been living, right, longer than we've been away from.
That's right.
You know what I mean? Because again, going back into all the different captivities, we knew that we were Israelites. We knew who we were. We knew who our power was.
Right.
Right. So all these different captivities prior to this last captivity, and we knew who we were, man.
Yep.
We were living the scriptures to the best of our ability. Yes, obviously, you know, Israel being rebellious and wicked, and that's the reason why we're in this captivity and all the other captivities as well. But see, at the same time, right, this was still us.
Yeah.
You know? This was still us, man. You know, and now again we're coming back to who we are. You know, so and then you again mentioning this news and whatnot to Jake that's been gone for so long. It's really a new thing to them, man.
Yeah.
You know, and especially us when we found out this truth, when the Lord brought us, you know, out of darkness into this marvelous light. Hey, well, guess what, man? We automatically started rejoicing because now we really know who we are. We aren't just niggers and spicks and this, that, and the third. No, man, we're Israelites, man.
The greatest people on the earth, bro.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Like Yahweh Shema Shai, what he say that he has set us above all people upon the face of the earth, man. A special people.
That's right.
You see?
That's right, man. Go ahead.
Jeremiah 15 and 16 from the top. Thy words were found, and I did eat them. And thy word was unto me the joy and rejoicing of mine heart.
That's right, man.
For I am called by thy name, O Yahweh, power of hosts.
That's right, man. Hey, so as soon as we found out about this truth, man, it was automatically a joy. Yeah. Automatically, hey, we're rejoicing because now we know who the true name of the Heavenly Father and His only beloved begotten Son. Right? Now we can really call upon and see when we start calling upon those names, what starts happening. A miracle starts to happen. You know, brothers have been delivered out of many different situations, man, calling upon the name, the true name, or the Heavenly Father's only beloved begotten Son, man. Versus calling upon wayward names and all this other shit, JC, Yahweh, Yeshua, Ahaya, right? Those are all bullshit ass names, man. Right. And every time that we called upon those names when we were in the world, ain't nothing happened for us, man. You know? So now that we have the proper names, and yes, we rejoice, man, because real things are happening. This ain't a joke. This ain't something that you can see here and bullshit. No, these real things are happening, man. Brothers have testimony after testimony after testimony, you know? But nonetheless, unless you got a precept, we'll go back to that.
That Baruch 4?
Yeah.
Yeah, I got a precept. Baruch chapter 4 and verse 37. And lo, thy sons come whom thou sentest away. They come gathered together from the east to the west by the word of the Holy One.
Right, from the east to the west. And you see, again, you have little sanctuaries all over the planet.
That's right, bro.
Holland, Germany, Australia.
Whether it's speaking different languages, like it says in Psalms 19, there is no language nor speech where their voice is not heard.
Right.
You got brothers doing sign language, man. Brothers speaking in German, brothers speaking. You got, Issachar out there, pushing heavy, man, northern tribes. He's doing complete lessons, in Spanish. So really, there ain't no excuse. But what does that show? It shows that there is a creator, man. Because for so long, we've never been able to come together and be on one accord.
That's right. And now it's happening.
Yep.
We're talking about, again, men that have never, ever met each other are speaking the exact same thing.
And if I may, real quick, I got one for you. Just on that point. This is Amos chapter 9. And let me go down a little bit, verse 11.
Yep.
It reads, "In that day will I raise up the tabernacle of David that is fallen,
Wow.
and close up the breaches thereof.
Wow.
And I will raise up his ruins, and I will build it as in the days of old." You see that the Lord's closing up them breaches, man. You know, hey, what does it say that Ephraim shall not envy Judah no more?
That's right.
And Judah shall not vex Ephraim, and that's taking place right now. Because really Ephraim represents the northern tribe, right, of Israel, and Judah represents the southern tribes. But see, the tribes are coming together, okay? You see, so really those curses, some of those curses are where thy eye shall be evil towards thy brother. Those curses are being lifted up off of us, whereas on our people, they're heavily still on them, man.
Yeah.
They still looking at us like, you know, like we the problem, but we all in the same cage. We
Yeah.
all in the same cage. You hating on us from the other side of the cage, but the one with the key on the outside, you know, you ultimately want to kiss his feet, man.
Right.
You know, she's the oppressor.
And, you know, and see, Esau, you know what I mean? What does it say? It says, "And great fear fell upon them."
Which saw them stand upon their feet.
That's right, man. And now we're standing upon our feet. Why? Because Yahweh Shem El Shai is breathing that life back into us, which is this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. Right?
That's right.
So we're spiritually being made alive, right? At the same time that this spiritual gathering is happening, man.
Peace,
You know? And again, this is all something that these people can't receive, man. They don't understand what's happening and taking place right now, man. You know? Go ahead and get your precept.
Count Ezekiel 37:7. "So I prophesied as I was commanded, and as I prophesied, there was a noise, and behold, a shaking, and the bones came together,
Wow.
bone to his bone." And we were those dry bones, man.
Yeah.
Right? "And when I beheld, lo, the sinews and the flesh came up upon them, and the skin covered them above, but there was no breath in them.
Mm-hmm.
Then said he unto me, Prophesy unto the wind, prophesy, son of man, and say to the wind, Thus saith the Lord Yahweh, Come from the four winds, O breath, and breathe upon these slain, that they may live. So I prophesied as he commanded me, and the breath came into them, and they lived and stood upon their feet, an exceeding great army."
That's right, man. An exceeding great army, right? You got men. Like, hey, man, brothers was, that whole Sakari going down to L.A., and whatnot, man. And when you watch, that video, the brothers, right, in L.A., right, the brothers out there in L.A., the GMS brothers, man, they had a closeout when they're closing out their camp. Hey, they had a nice little chant going on, bro. Like that shows you, bro.
Beautiful.
Like that's the army of the Lord, bro. Yes, you got the chariots and the angels and the chariots and whatnot of the army that Yahweh Shai gonna come with. But see, we are a part of that army as well.
Foot soldiers.
That's
right. And that's why really Esau, Edom, and these other nations, they're so afraid. And it brings us back to that account that the apostles, reference here and there when they were teaching. I think it was before 9/11 or the same day.
Yeah.
When that Ish man, they pulled up in that limousine, hopped down. He said, "How did you find all this out? How did you find this out?"
Yeah.
And why was he why was he so upset? Because they spent so much money, time, and resources to keep this truth away from us, man. And you would think to yourself, oh, well, if it wasn't such a big deal, why go through such great lengths? Because it is a big deal, man. You see, us coming back in these last days is us coming back to our Lord is a start to us reigning over our enemies, man.
That's right.
And the beginning to our enemies being under us, really under our Lord first and foremost, right?
And see, Esau knows that, man. You know what I mean? And again, as the brother may mention, right, Psalms the 83rd chapter, it said they were doing everything and anything that they could do to keep the name of Israel, right, from being in remembrance, man, from us being able to remember who we are. But see, there's nothing that you can do physically to stop this gathering. Why? Because it's a spiritual thing.
Yeah.
It's not a physical thing where you got men just going around like the elder apostles are going from country to country like fucking Bishop Nathaniel was doing, right? He's trying to build his army that way. Like, I gotta go, and because see, that's the thing is Bishop Nathaniel knows, right, that the Lord's not dealing with it, man. So he has to go to these different countries and build up his following and this and the third. See, the elder apostles, right, this is how you know that they're the true men, the true prophets of Yahweh Shem El Shai, because these men have not traveled to all these different countries, and yet the doctrine that they are speaking, right, is being spread across the globe.
Right.
Across the globe. They ain't never been to Australia. At least, from what I've heard, like they haven't been to all these different countries, Brazil and the Philippines and all these other no, man. It's, again, this is by the what? The word of the Holy One.
That's right, bro. That's right.
By Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai. Again, it's a spiritual thing, man. You got more on that? Or?
Oh, yeah. I'll just read the top again.
Come.
Baruch 4:37. Yep. Lo, thy sons come, whom thou sentest away. They come gathered together.
Whom thou sentest away. So like, whom thou sentest away. Because again, we're in captivity, right? And part of that captivity was us being spread around the four corners of the earth.
Right, scattered.
Scattered abroad, man. So you got Israelites in every single nation.
And that's beautiful how the Lord did that, man, because he intentionally scattered us to fulfill, prophecy of us from all over the world coming back together again.
That's right.
That's how you know, again, there's a higher power. It says they come gathered together from the east to the west by the word of the Holy One, rejoicing in the glory of the Most High.
By the word of the Holy One, by this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, that gathering is happening. Not by any other means except for Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai and this word being preached.
That's right.
The proper understanding of the scriptures, man. Precept?
Yeah, come on.
Go ahead, brother.
This is Baruch chapter 2 and verse 30. It says, for I knew that they would not hear me because it is a stiff-necked people. But in the land of their captivities they shall remember themselves.
Yep.
And they shall know that I am the Lord their God, if I give them an heart and ears to hear. And they shall praise me in the land of their captivity and think upon my name. And that's what's taking place right now, man. Every day, we're thinking upon and praising the name of Yahweh Bashem Shai. We understand who we are. And there's that saying, you can't know you can't know where you're going unless you know where you came from.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? And we know what our destiny is now, man. So that's why the scriptures say, walk worthy towards the vocation wherewith you are called.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? And every day, we're trying to do our best to walk worthy of this calling, because it's very special, man. We've been invited to really the marriage supper of the Lamb, because that's really what the destination is at the end of this path, that we're pursuing.
That's right. That physical gathering, man.
A physical gathering.
That's right, man. And if we can grab that 1 Corinthians, the second chapter,
of course,
starting at verse 12, because again, this is this thing that's happening and taking place right now, and it's continued to happen. Right, brothers have made mention, and for the most part, right, this, you got a lot more people, buying more Bibles and whatnot, and majority, 99.999% of these people are not going to receive any kind of understanding, because everything that they're, looking at, and that's taking place in the world, which is causing them to fear, which is causing them to run to the Bible. And see, the prophet's been out here hell of a lot longer than their desire or their want to understand what is taking place.
Right.
So all of a sudden now you want to start getting into the Bible. No, majority of these people are not going to get no answers, man. They're going to look, and it's going to be like, which we made mention of it last night. It's going to be like, Charlie Brown or, Charlie Brown when they're on the phone, wah, wah, wah. You don't hear no words, man.
Yeah.
So when they look and open and they try to get that understanding, they're not going to get no understanding for real. Why? Because they didn't go to the prophets, man. You're not going to the mouthpiece of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, therefore you're not going to get no understanding. On top of that, now all of a sudden you want to get it?
Who was it that eunuch that told Philip? He said, how can I understand what I read except a man guide me?
That's right.
You see, and you people don't really believe the true prophets are here, so you're not going to go to the men who really are the true prophets. You're going to look at them like, yeah, they saying something, but I'm trying to get in the word. I'm trying to see Jesus, though.
Yeah, and that's why they ain't gonna get none, man, because Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai said what? By the foolishness, right, of preaching. You know what I mean? He hath confounded the wise, man. Wow. So these people, you know what I mean? Like, they're looking at these men that are unlearned. They're not, politically correct. They're you know what I mean? Like, we're not, we're rough.
Speech. Right,
yeah, we're rough, man.
Right.
We ain't fucking perfect, man. We rough around the edges and so on and so forth, man, And they're looking at that and be like, nah. I got to go to these guys that have been scholars. They're like 10 years studying the scriptures and this, that, and the third.
Yeah.
But see, they don't have no understanding.
Right.
They don't have no proper understanding. So you're going to go to these people and think that they're going to give you that understanding, but they're not. You know what I mean? Because again, Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai is only dealing with a certain group of men, right? And revealing those secrets unto those men, right? Through the Spirit, right? Amos, what is that? Amos, the 3rd chapter. He will do nothing but reveal his secrets unto his servants, prophets.
That's right.
How is he doing that, man? It's through the Spirit, man. This is a spiritual thing. This is a spiritual gathering that is taking place right now, man. Right before that physical gathering, which we know is deliverance. Yep. You got a precept?
Yeah, I got a quick one.
God, go ahead, bro.
This is Ecclesiastes chapter 9 and Verse 13, this wisdom have I seen also under the sun, and it seemed great unto me. There was a little city, and few men within it. And there came a great king against it, and besieged it, and built great bulwarks against it. Now there was found in it a poor wise man, and he by his wisdom delivered the city, yet no man remembered that same poor man. Then said I, wisdom is better than strength. Nevertheless, the poor man's wisdom is despised, and his words are not heard. You know, we look, poor because we're out there, wearing what people say tablecloths, which really the garments is an ancient custom. You see, but they look at us like, we're wasting our time. We're insignificant. But that same poor man, as we read about, his wisdom delivered the city. But see, that's when people are gonna want to get it when it's too late, man.
That's right, man. That's when it's too late.
Mm-hmm.
And we're gonna go jump to that Corinthians. But can you also grab that precept where it says, where he says, and the flesh and blood have not revealed these things unto thee?
Oh yeah. Oh, yeah. That's the spirit. How did I not think of it? Yeah, come on.
It's the spirit, bro. Can we grab that real quick? Because again, right, this is majority of the people in the world, they don't understand, man. So they look at us in a carnal manner. But see, you have to be spiritual. You have to look at the things through the spirit, because you're not going to get, like, a carnal mind is unto death, man. You're not going to be able to receive the things that you need to, in order, the discernment, you know what I mean? Discern between right and good, righteousness and unrighteousness, and good and evil, and so on and so forth. You're not going to be able to, truly judge properly, right, without, being, in the spirit, man.
That's right.
You can go ahead.
Con, this is Matthew chapter 16 and verse 14. And they said, some say that thou art John the Baptist, some say Elias, and others Jeremias, or one of the prophets. He saith unto them, but whom say ye that I am? And Simon Peter answered and said, thou art the Hamashiach, the Son of the living God. And Yahushua answered and said unto him, blessed art thou, Simon Bar-Jonah, for flesh and blood hath not revealed it unto thee, but my Father which is in heaven.
That's right, man. Through the Spirit of the Lord, man. Through the Spirit of Yahushua. And see, in this time, right, he saw Yahushua. And this time, these people that are being gathered, right? These Israelites that are being gathered, right? There's a general understanding, right, amongst all these believers, is that they're believing in something that they do not see.
Right, that's facts.
And if we can grab that
second Ezra.
Shah, man. That's the spirit, man. Because again, right, we don't see Yahushua. We don't see, the kingdom yet. But yet that's what we believe in, man.
Yeah, that's right. We had that vision.
And see, that's the thing, is you got men across the globe, and that's something that's like, wow, man, like, you got people across the globe that are believing the exact same thing as we do, never met, never talked to each other. This is what we're gonna believe in. I ain't never talked to those brothers out in Holland. I don't even know their names, but I know that they believe. I know that they're, Lord will, part of the elect. And they're teaching in multiple languages. They're teaching in English. They're teaching in I think they speak Dutch out there, if I'm not mistaken. And somebody can correct me on the language or the name of their language, but I'm pretty sure it's like Dutch or something. But nonetheless, they're also doing sign language. Bro, they're teaching in 3 different languages over there. Whether it be one group or multiple groups, it don't matter. In one country, they're teaching 3 different languages. The truth in 3 different languages. Bro, come on, man. That right there that should blow your mind. That should show you that, hey, Yahweh Shemel Shai is definitely real.
Well, when the apostles, when it says that they spoke in tongues, it ain't talking about like that dude Kenneth Copeland.
Yeah.
He's saying Babu like a damn Scooby-Doo villain on stage. They were speaking in different languages so they could talk to the people, man. Because not every Israelite or Israelite foreigner spoke Hebrew. They probably spoke Greek because that was the land that they grew up in. So they were speaking in those different languages so they could break down the scriptures to those who didn't speak a particular language, man.
That's right.
You see? I'm backing you up on that. This is 2 Ezra 1:37. I take to witness the grace of the people to come, whose little ones rejoice in gladness. And though they have not seen me with bodily eyes, yet in spirit they believe the thing that I say.
Whoa. In spirit they believe the thing that I say. It's a spiritual gathering that's taking place, man. Have not seen him with bodily eyes. What did he say to Thomas? He said,
blessed art thou, because thou hast seen.
Yeah, but blessed are they that have not seen and yet believe. Come on, man.
Yeah.
It's a spiritual thing that's taking place right now, man. It's a beautiful thing that's taking place right now.
Yep, even in 1 Peter, the first chapter, it makes mention how even though we haven't seen Yahawashi, we believe in him, man. Okay, and how does that happen? Because again, it's all orchestrated through the Spirit. The Lord working on us, man, and allowing us to have that gift to believe in the unseen.
That's right, bro. And
that was it on that.
Con, did you already grab the
1 Corinthians?
Yeah, we'll go back to that.
Con, this is 1 Corinthians chapter 2.
And we'll start to wrap up too.
Con, you want me to start? What do you want?
Verse 12, if you could, Baba Kashaw.
Con, 1 Corinthians chapter 2 and verse 12. Now we have received not the spirit of the world, but the Spirit which is of the Most High.
That's right.
That we might know the things that are freely given to us of the Most High. Which things also we speak, not in the words which man's wisdom teacheth, but which the Holy Spirit teacheth, comparing spiritual things with spiritual.
Right, man. So you gotta, Yahweh Shemel Shai gotta be dealing with you in the spirit, and you gotta be looking at things in a spiritual manner in order for you to understand what's really taking place right now, man. And this is why, right, again, these people don't understand. Why? Because a natural man receiveth not the things of the Spirit. And I think that's going into the next verse.
Yep.
Go ahead.
Verse 14, but the natural man receiveth not the things of the Spirit of the Most High.
Why?
For they are foolishness unto him. Neither can he know them, because they are spiritually discerned.
They're spiritually discerned. They're not dealing, the Lord's not dealing with them in a spiritual manner, right? So they're not spiritual, man. They're carnal. So these people don't understand what's taking place, man, but it's a very beautiful gathering that's taking place, right? A spiritual gathering right before the physical gathering. Again, this is part one of the the 2-part series going in on the gathering, man. As we touched it in the beginning, right? This is the physical gathering is soon to take place, but as of now, right, there's a spiritual gathering that's happening, and unless you got something else, I just wanted to touch on that.
That's it, bro.
Real quick, Lord Will, it's been edifying. Lord Will, it's been straight to the point. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rachakwadash. Again, double honors to the elder apostles, elder bishops of Great Millstone. Till next time, we say Shalom, Kwam Yasha'Allah, and Abba Shalom.